Hey there, I'm Valdemar from GhostNote Audio, and in this video we're looking at how to use our new free plugin Spectrum Thief to tone match your recording to just about any song. Let's check it out. So, Spectrum Thief's operation is fairly simple. It captures the frequency response of two different audio sources and then computes a filter that matches one to the other. You can then use that filter directly within the plugin, or you can export it as an impulse response and load it up in your favorite convolution or speaker cap plugin. Okay, for this first example, I'm going to use a Pantera song. We recently released a new preamp pedal based on the Randall Warhead X2, Dimebag's signature amplifier, and as part of the promotional campaign for that, we had these DI tracks recorded for us, and I'm going to reuse one of them for this demo. These were reamped through my ICBM preamp, and with no cap sim or IR applied, here's what it sounds like. Mind your ears, because this will obviously be very bright and very harsh without any cap sim active. So, I've loaded up the original song here in Moises, which is an AI stem splitting tool. There's a ton of these tools available now, including one that's built directly into the latest version of Logic Pro, but I'm using Moises to split the track into two parts, the guitars and everything else. So, I've pulled the tracks into Reaper, and we can now have a listen to the backing track. And here are the guitars. Now, you can hear there's definitely some artifacts on the guitar track. The high end seems to flutter and cut in and out, but when you play the two tracks together, it all sums up nicely and you get back the original combined mix. So we're going to steal the frequency spectrum of the guitar track and apply it to our own reamped track and see just how close we can get to the original recording. We put an instance of Spectrum Thief on the master track, solo the original guitar track, and record about 20 seconds of audio for the target spectrum. Then we repeat the process, but this time soloing our reamp track and record the result into the source spectrum. We can now see that Spectrum Thief has built a filter that, when applied to our source audio track, should result in the same frequency spectrum as the target recording. Let's try it out and see what it sounds like. I'm going to move the plugin to our guitar folder track, as we don't want it applying the filtering to the backing track as well. Here is our adjusted track. Compared to the original, that sounds pretty good to me. If we wanted, we can export the filter as an impulse response, and we basically have a tone match IR that you can use in any modern multi-effects processor or plugin that supports IRs. As a second example, let's look at one of my favorite Gojira songs. Let's approach this slightly differently, and let's say that we have a backing track but not the isolated guitars. So instead of tone matching the guitar tracks, we'll first try dialing in a tone that's pretty close, and then use Spectrum Thief to analyze the full mix. I'm going to keep the signal chain simple for this one. I know Gojira mostly uses 5150s, so let's go with something similar, and then drop a Vintage 30 cap sim at the end. Let's put together a full signal chain using nothing but free plugins. Well, I don't have any DI tracks for this one, so guess we gotta do this one ourselves. Let's try tone matching the full mix against the original song. Same process as before, really, except we're capturing the full mix this time. Since our backing track is the same in both the source and the target recording captures, any differences in the spectrum should be due to differences in the guitar track alone. This approach won't get you a perfect match because the backing track is being captured in the spectrum as well, so when we move the plugin to the guitar track, it changes the resulting spectrum. If we wanted to, we can actually run this process a second time for an even closer match, and putting the two plugin instances in series. I think I want to save this as a standalone IR so I can use it again. To do that, I disable everything but the cabinet and Spectrum Thief that's applying the tone match. Then we run white noise through the signal chain and capture the output with a second copy of Spectrum Thief. I made a separate video on white noise captures, including how to use this process for creating IRs from real speaker caps. That video is dropping in a couple of days, so do hit the subscribe button if that sounds like something you don't want to miss. So, we run the capture for about 10 seconds and then export the result as a 2048 point impulse response, which we can then load in any other IR loader for an instant Gojira style tone. Well, I hope you learned a new technique today, and I hope you like our new tool. As I said, it's free, you can download it from our website, no email or registration necessary. That's it for today, and as always, keep making music. I'll see you in the next one.